The court's decision yesterday abdicated the responsibility of the judiciary to provide some oversight of the United States government when it acts. What it basically did was give a green light to the U.S. government to capture any foreigner at any time for any reason and jail them without any rights whatsoever so long as the government chooses to hold them outside the United States. That's a terribly dangerous precedent.
One court in England actually ruled on some part of this case, although they couldn't actually give an affirmative ruling because the United States wasn't a defendant, but on behalf of some of the English detainees. And they urged the U.S. courts to take jurisdiction and hear these cases. And the word they used, they said, these people have been put into a legal black hole in which there is no way out. And that seems to me exactly correct. That it's one thing to fight a war on terror. It's another thing, really, to roll over fundamental rights that belong to all people, and that will easily come and redound back on us in the United States.
The U.S. believes, seems to believe that as the only superpower, what it does is only relevant to itself. But in actuality, this decision will have ramifications, could have ramifications across the world, where other governments will say, well, if the U.S. can act with this sort of impunity, so can we. If the U.S. can create, in effect, a rights-free black hole that it can put people into, so can we.
This is a complicated sort of technical legal issue, but it comes down to a very simple analysis. They say these are foreigners, they're not U.S. citizens, and that they are foreigners being held outside the United States, so they have no physical connection with the property of the United States, with the sovereign territory, and therefore the courts simply don't have jurisdiction over them. We think that's fundamentally wrong, because these people are being held by U.S. officials who should be required to act in accordance with the Constitution and international obligations of the United States. Moreover, these people are being held in an area which Guantanamo Bay, over which the United States has exercised complete jurisdiction and control for over 100 years.